Hello and welcome to Deliberately Creative. I'm Stephanie and I'm here with a holiday ornament party. I need you guys to let me know, do you hear me? Is the sound okay? Do I need to be a little bit louder? And then we're going to get right into it. I have it says fill me up with coffee, but it's actually a cup of tea because I haven't made my coffee yet this morning. And what holiday ornament party wouldn't be? It wouldn't be a party if you didn't have cookies at your holiday party. So I have some lovely oatmeal raisin cookies that are gluten-free and so yummy. So I'll probably be nibbling on these because I've had just a little bit of breakfast. But we're going to be doing some great ornaments. Now, not necessarily all of these ornaments, but I was given some wood slices from Arteza or by Arteza, and these are fun because they are already sliced. They're dry, they're not going to split on you, and they're relatively smooth. If you wanted to, you could take a piece of sandpaper and smooth them off even more, but I don't find it necessary for doing these types of ornaments. And so, like, this is a disc that I didn't get from Arteza, and I had to dry it myself, and it doesn't have the hole already drilled in. But the Arteza ones come with the hole drilled already, which is really nice. So I've pre-painted some backgrounds. But let's see. Oh, and if you don't have any wood slices, don't fear. You can cut watercolor paper or heavy cardboard or even brown cardboard and cover those with just acrylic paint and go at it. Have fun. This was done on the same paper right here. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. This is a really nice one. See, it's just paper. So you can do all kinds of things with acrylic paint to make fun ornaments. But there's also, you can use colored pencil on top of this. So I did the white background right here and sketched out my little snowman and colored it with colored pencil and then outlined it with black pen and a little bit of white highlighting with a white gel pen. So you can do so many different things. You're not limited. This is almost all acrylic paint and just a little bit of pen. But the white was actually the highlighting from just white paint. And then there's this. Just a cute little tree, kind of a Charles Schulz sort of look. You know, something out of a holiday show that we might have watched for years and years and years growing up. So how's everybody doing today? Do we have any comments or anybody here?
Yes, at least 23 it looks like.
Oh, excellent. Hey guys, if you have the opportunity to hit the share the video with your friends, maybe blast it on your Twitter or even share it to Pinterest. All of those places work. And maybe we'll get a few more people in. But you know, a small group or a group our size is a perfect size too. I am going to be using the Arteza outdoor acrylic paints. So yeah, Arteza sent me the paint and they sent me the wood slices. They didn't pay me any money. And I'm just going to be using this and having some fun. There's 24 colors in this. It is self-sealing. These are the colors. It is water-based, scuff-resistant, self-sealing, indoor, outdoor, and non-toxic. So it's good to use for all of your painting. I love it because you don't have to varnish these and they're not going to scuff off or anything. They bond with the wood. It's great for rock painting too.
So Linda loves the Arteza products, and Gina wants to know, do you like the Arteza paint pens, or have you used them?
The Arteza paint pens. I don't have the Arteza paint pens. I have the Arteza fabric pens, And I haven't done an actual video, or maybe I did.
Maybe.
If I did a video, I'll link it with the with an iCard. But yeah, I've been enjoying all of the Arteza products. They all have a place to be, a purpose. And I love that they are inexpensive. I do have a coupon code down below. It is deliberately creative 5, and that will get you 10% off any order that you make on Arteza. And I have linked the Arteza pencils, the wood slices, and the outdoor paints as European link and US links, because Europeans can actually buy and use my coupon code too. So let's get started. Oh, actually, I need another sip of my tea.
Gail says hi, and Cassandra says hi.
Mmm. Hi guys. Oh, this is one of my mugs from my Teespring store. It's fill me up with coffee, but I filled it with tea. Oh well.
And Katie tweeted.
Thank you so much, Katie. All right. Oh, so I have been sketching. I just need to shift things around so that I don't knock my tea over. So I have been sketching and working on ideas. So how about a fun, either a grapevine ornament wreath or a evergreen ornament wreath to start off with? Which one, guys? Go. Let me know. Grapevine wreath with an initial in the middle, or the evergreen wreath?
Serendipity Soul Acrylic Art says she has these wood discs and is hoping you do a tutorial like this live.
Excellent. I am so happy to hear that, because I love, and truthfully, all I did was take the discs out of the package. They come in a box like this, wood slices, 45 of them. You open up the box, and they come wrapped really nice in cellophane. They do give you the rough twine to hang them so you can be more rustic. And when I take them out, there's not even any sawdust on them, but I might wipe it off just to be safe. And then all I did was squirt the paint on and smush it around with the paintbrush to give me a background. I like leaving the little border. It's nice. It gives you sort of bounds, limits.
Let's see, so far 4 evergreens.
Oops, I'm up too high.
4 evergreens, 2 grapevines, a snowman. It looks like evergreens.
Well, we're going to do a snowman for sure.
Yeah.
But I want to start with the, just sort of something to warm up with. I think I'll do the evergreen wreath then. And let's see, we'll just set that over to the side. I'm going to do it on a light background, I think. And maybe find, now sometimes they are a little bit wonky. So you can find some that are really, really round and some that are natural shapes. So I'm going to take one that's a little bit more round and then just slide all of these things, boom, out of the way.
Katie wants to know how their acrylics are.
These acrylics are really nice. They are actually quite heavy body. I'll show you on my palette here, because I'm going to be putting them right here on the palette. So let's go. We're going to grab a little bit of the lizard green. I mean, look at that. How it stands up. Can you see that? There. It's not sliding around. This is not your soft fluid paint. This is definitely not fluid paint. And the jungle green. Now, I did go through, all of them had a little seal right here. I peeled that seal off of all of the bottles ahead of time so I could just pop them open and get going. Oop. So lizard green. These are all craft colors. They're not going to give you professional colors. These are craft paint. But just look at that. That really looks like a cad yellow or a Hansa yellow medium. And then this is the candy apple red. And then I'm going to grab the marshmallow white. I mean, really, this paint, let's just, how you pull through and how it maintains the integrity of it. It's good paint. It's highly pigmented. I'm going to look at my little wreath again. Okay, I'm going to get a lighter yellow also. And this electric yellow is almost fluorescent. Not quite. It's like a cad yellow lemon or cad yellow light. Not sure. All right, move that out of the way. Get that off my lap now. Hey, Mona. Not too incredibly late for you. So I am taking my dark green and I'm going to freehand. Well, actually, let's see. We could do this. Where's my pencil pouch?
She's wondering if those acrylics are in tube cases or just in the...
They just come in the 2-ounce bottles. And right now their outdoor paints only come in the 24 set. So it's 24 tubes, so you've got 48 ounces of paint. It's quite a good deal. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yay, Mona. I'm so glad that I could do it when you were going to be up and ready for the world. I'm grabbing a pencil really quick just to give me a rough circle. And you may not even be able to see it. Oh yeah, you can. There. Just a rough circle. And that's just a mechanical pencil.
It's not too late. It's only 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, so to do this wreath, I am going to go, this is my darkest color. I'm using the jungle green as my darkest. And I'm going to go in and I'm putting my petals down. This is a silver ruby satin round number 2 brush.
We have Karina from Sweden also.
Welcome, Karina. And then I'm going to sort of lay them in, and I'm leaving a little bit of space. And I don't mind that I'm leaving a little bit of space with the white instead of a dark color. I could have done this on a black background. And if you notice, it's not very neat and tidy. Right now, we're just getting the background color down. So, kind of like making little tutu skirt shapes. When you put the evergreens around on an actual wreath, you tend to work going around a ring. So, and you tie them off on the ring and you work in layers. So we're just doing the same thing. We're working in layers, going around. And I'm going to keep everything going around kind of in the same shape. We do not have snow yet, Mona. We might get a dusting, but we don't get a lot of snow. The Pacific Northwest will go years without very much snow at all. It does get you in the holiday mood, though. So here we go. Almost done going all the way around. I really appreciate you guys all showing up today. It makes it a lot more fun when there's people that show up at your party. Nothing like having a party and hoping that people will show. There we go. So right now, remember this is our base. This is not the finish. But these ornaments are really fast. You don't have to spend a ton of time. If you see some of the ornaments in the Christmas shops and such, you're going to do a whole lot better. You wish you didn't get snow, Gail? Yeah. All right. And you miss the snow, Gina. Yeah. It's one of those things. You either love snow or you have snow. I think is what it is. You either love it. Now I'm taking the same brush and I'm taking that lighter green, the lizard green. Love these names. Crazy names. And now I'm going to go in and make a little bit more finer, a little bit finer? Yeah, a little finer detail type lines for starting to highlight, going around.
Yeah, you've shared that there's a code and stuff.
I did share that there is a code in the
Link it and copy and paste that link.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, there's a code in the more information down below the video for 10% off any purchases at Arteza. You can only use one coupon code at a time. So if you click on one of my links and go and then see that there's a better code, use the better code, please. Don't use mine if you can find something that's 15 or 20%. Or Black Friday sale stuff, because golly, we all need to have some money in our pockets instead of going all out into the pockets of the big corporations. Although, still check it out. And I would always say go directly to the Arteza site to make your purchases versus going to Amazon. Even though on Amazon I make, I have an affiliate link for Amazon also. And if you're going to Amazon, if you click on my link, any purchases you make, even if you don't buy anything that I listed, yeah, I get a little finder's fee, which helps. So I'm still just working my way around in those little dashy lines, getting a little bit more detail going. I think we need to zoom that in a little bit. I think that's just a little bit too far away. I'm sorry. Whoops, wrong one. Let's see. I think is that better, guys? Now I'm going to go back and pick up a little bit of that dark green again and sort of narrow up a little bit of those spaces in between. I might leave a little bit of space still. Yeah, use the Black Friday code then. But if you can go to Arteza by clicking on one of my links and then use the Black Friday code, I'll still get some credit for sending you to the site. So that still helps me out. So, so if you click the link that Mark just posted and then use the Black Friday Arteza code, because you can't stack codes. You can stack it on a sale, but you can't stack it on a code. So if they have something that's on sale, you can use any code on a sale item. All right. I should have left space for my ribbon. So in the interim, I'm going to take some of that candy apple red. Now this paint really is really thick. So And it takes quite a bit of water to thin it down. Part of that's because it has the sealer in it, so you don't have to varnish, and it's weather resistant. I think I'm going to go in and, let's see, make my little ribbon line. Kind of wrapping around.
You have a Black Friday 15% code right now, huh?
Yep. And you see how just putting that little line like that makes it look like it's wrapping around without doing a ton of hard work on it. I think I want to pull out a little bit of, well, maybe I'll just use the green with my red to darken it. Using my complementary colors, the green, that green and the red. And you see how it's giving us this really dark, deep maroony color almost. And so I'm going to go along in places where it would be under. And I can use that as a shadow on the greenery or on the ribbon. But I'm kind of putting it on the greenery. Putting that shadow in there just sort of lifts the ribbon up. You notice I haven't dried anything yet. So there we go. And one more. Except that I put that shadow on the top and it should have been on the bottom. Oh well. I'm going to be putting a ribbon bow right there anyway. All right. And let's see here. Okay, guys. So if anybody is interested, I do have a Patreon because I'm a, working artist trying to make a living doing my art and doing it by teaching. I haven't been selling my artwork as much. Let's see, I think my bow is going to be off to the side. So because I'm not actively selling my artwork, I'm selling my services as a teacher. So the Patreon helps out with that. Oh, that's looking good already. Woohoo! And let that just sort of come down and curl. And
Mona's wondering if the paint dries fast.
It does dry fast, which is one of the reasons why I didn't put a ton of paint out, but that I could have put a ton of paint out. Although it skins also. Take some of that dark and get it on that bottom bow and sort of where it would be deeper in the middle. Then we'll come in with a highlight. And like I said, this is really thick. So you do need brushes that have a bit of body to the brush, if you know what I mean. You want your brush to be able to push the paint around. Don't go grab your watercolor sable brushes for this paint. It just won't work as well. That's looking pretty nice. What do you guys think? We doing okay? Oh, you guys made pinecone owls. Those are a lot of fun to do. All right. Put some highlight on this bow so that you can see that there's, you know, a couple more pieces of ribbon here than just there we go. Yep. I start getting quiet and into my little world. Oh, that's pretty. What do you think?
Pretty cool.
I want to take a little bit more of that really dark up that green and go ahead and give a bit of shadow inside. There we go. So, first one down. Do a snowman next. Does that sound like plan, guys? Let's see. And there. And see, we didn't even need to get any black out. And if I do need some details, I can go in with my permanent pen and I think that's a little bit too heavy on that white right there. So I'm going to see if I can pick it up a little bit and smooth it out a little bit. There we go. That's not quite so in your face.
Love it. Birdie. Snowman. Love snowman.
Yeah.
Snowman sounds great.
All right. So of course I'm putting like a little bit of just a little bit of flocking on here. Kind of like it had those little tips. And that just bounces it up. Just lifts it. Creates a little more dimension. All right. One down. And the hole is right here. That's where the hole is. So it's going to hang, and the ribbon is going to be hanging off to the side.
And if you really wanted the white to stand out, just dries a little bit longer, probably, too. Nice
Which white?
You know, if you're adding some extra white highlights.
Oh, if I'm adding some extra white highlights, yeah, I would let it dry and then just go back in with either the pen, either a white gel pen, the Uniball Signo writes really well on this. That's what I used on this one here. The white fine line is all the Uniball Signo white pen. And that is...
But this paint also would get...
Oh, this paint... Oh, yeah. This paint is great for that. Yeah. And, of course, I don't... Okay, I don't have my pen in my pen pouch. Oh, well. There won't be any use in that anyway. So, yes, I would just go in after it's dry and put my fine highlights. And I do even have... This is just a royal, and it's a fine sable, so I probably wouldn't use that. Strike that. I would just find one of my Sherpa detail brushes. This is a number 1 round. Or I have an Arteza liner brush, and it is unnumbered. But it's an Arteza liner. They sell their big, huge pack of brushes for things like that. All right, so we're going to set you off to the side. And I think Mr. Snowman, we're going to see how it works on the black background with white. Because we're putting this paint through its test, right? So we're going to put the snowman, we're going to use a black background, and I think we are also going to see Sorry if I just got really loud. My head is right underneath of the microphone. I was looking for something to splatter with. That's not... It's like, yeah, I have this, but I think that would be a little bit of overkill to splatter that. I'll just put it in with dots. I'm going to put like stars in the background. So I'm just going to take some of that white and I'm getting it really, really thin down with water. You can thin this pretty far because it has that basically a sealing varnish type medium in the paint. All right. Maybe I can splatter it with just tapping it on this one. Take that big water drop off though. Woo! Okay. No, that's not going to work. That brush is too floppy. I'll just do it. Okay. So yes, you can get this paint nice and thin. You're not going to see much of this anyway. That's enough. It'll be in the background behind him. You're not going to see hardly any of it. So now we're going to go ahead and get the snowman in. I want some more color though. So we're going to get some of this blue. Yeah, thank you. I've got a dotting tool. So Mark went and got me the little Sherpa splatter brush. We'll try. We'll try it a little bit. Oh yeah. This paint splatters. He's in a snowstorm. He's in a big snowstorm. And rinse it off. Okay, so, and then of course I see something. I really want that one big blop that's right there. I just dropped a brush on the floor. Sorry guys, I'm going down. All right. Okay, I'm going to eat a bite of cookie. Sorry about the munching in the microphone, guys. Did you want a cookie, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't get the whole bowl. Just take a cookie. All right. So, not going to... Actually, what I'm going to do, I'll grab a little bit of black. So I've got blue and white. This is charcoal black, marshmallow white, Olympic blue. I'm going to get some of the Zaffrey, which is their sort of sapphire type blue. It's gorgeous. And the purple. With this is amethyst purple. And then they have grape. Did I bring enough for the whole class? Well, I think they'd get a little stale by the time they got to you. So, you know, take time, take care of yourself. If you need to go get a cookie, go get a cookie. So I am just grabbing a This is this is a 1/2 inch Simply Simmons angle brush. Pick them up really cheap at Michael's or any place those brushes are sold. So we're going to just start putting him in. I've done enough of these little guys recently to kind of know what I'm going to do, which is I'm doing 2/3 of a circle. I am letting it stop at that edge right there. His hat may be going off the top, or it might come down a little bit on his head.
No.
Uh-oh.
My brain hitting Katie. Have to watch later.
Oh, Katie, go take care of yourself. Get some water.
Tell her. These are awesome.
Go get some water. Take care of yourself. Okay. I am going to grab, while this is wet, I'm going to grab just a touch of that light blue, and I'm going to put some light blue along this outside edge. Just like, where'd he go? There he is. Just like that.
Just brewed some Earl Grey tea. Pass the cookie bowl, please.
This was a super simple and easy recipe. It was basically, if you go online and you look for cake mix cookies, I made oatmeal raisin cookies with 1/2 of a box of a gluten-free yellow cake mix, and just added extra spices to it, and oatmeal and sugar and butter and egg. And then there it was. That's all it took. So now we've got our pretty little shadowed snowball.
No nuts.
No nuts. No nuts. I'm allergic to most nuts. And now I am going to go ahead, clean this off. I'm going to put the scarf and the hat in. So I'm going to use that dark purple, and I'm just loading it up still on that angle brush. And right here across the bottom of the circle, I'm going to put a little rectangle that doesn't go all the way. I mean, it stops at the edge of the background. And having it picking up a little bit of that white just gives you some shape here. I think I want to make his scarf a little deeper. So I'm just going to pull it down. Touch into the white, touch into the purple, and I'm going to pull out and pull out. And now I've got the ends of his scarf. Go ahead and take that dark purple and separate those two. Take a little bit more white and put it on the top edge here of the scarf. There you go. A little bit of white. Like that. So now you've got his little scarf. We can add a little bit more of that dark purple instead of putting black in. And I'm just using the edges of the brush to give the texture on the scarf. We are all cookie monsters. Yes, and the add almost anything cookies are the best. So now I'm going to go across the top of his head, and I'm just going to do, across that shadow line right there, I'm going to do another rectangle-y shape. Just boom, right across. And come up. And then you want the bowl of the hat to come out at least as far as the edge of the head. Otherwise, his head wouldn't fit inside the hat. Right now, it looks like we're making just a big fat, like, letter T, upside down letter T. And now, a touch of white. This purple is almost like dioxine purple. It looks black when it's just solid, and because this one right here, that's coated with the purple. This is coated with black. So you can see it when they're side by side, but when you're just looking at that one, it looks almost black, just like dioxine purple does. I'm going to go and set my brush down and just sort of swoop in a little bit along the hat and pull down on the brim. And then maybe pull those little streaky lines across. It's looking okay. I think I want to pull his hat down on this angle just a little bit. It's coming around across his head a little bit more. We're almost to the edge of the hat. Almost to the edge of his face on this side. Not quite. I think the bottom of his head right here needs to be a little bit fatter. I like chubby snowmen. So I'm just going to grab a little bit more of that white with a touch of the blue. And just make his little face a little fatter. There. Just like that. That's all that took. I'm going to take some of that Zaffrey blue and give him a little bit more of a shadow under the edge of the hat. See? And then maybe a little bit more shadow down here along the edge by the scarf. Think you guys can do this? I think you can.
Donna says the adorable paint on a whole canvas too.
Oh, yeah, this would be a really nice one to do up big on a big canvas. If you want to see that, I could do a bigger than an ornament, but I kind of like working here on my table, so 6x6, 8x8. So that might not be as big as what you were thinking, Donna. Let's see, can I clean that up on that edge? It's not too dry yet. One of the things about getting the paint on the raw wood is after it's dry, you can take a little piece of sandpaper and you can just use it like an eraser to clean up your edges. All right. I am going to go ahead and get some more of that dark green out because I want to get his little holly leaves.
Hello, Madonna.
Hello, Madonna.
Madonna's visiting too.
Hey, Madonna. And Donna B, did you have a good birthday? So happy birthday, Donna B. All right, I am taking my angle still. We're going to see if this works. I haven't tried it with an angle before. And I may, let's see.
Oh, it's Madonna's birthday too.
Madonna, your birthday also. Woohoo! I'm just sort of doing a leaf-shaped blob of dark green. And then I'm going to go in and do more detail with smaller brush. This is too big. Too big. Oh. Woohoo. All right. It's looking really cute. I'm really happy here. Let's see. I am going to take that light green, and I've got the Arteza liner brush right now. So I need to thin down the paint some.
Ooh, Donna got a great supply of painting supplies for a haul of.
All right. Hauls of birthday hauls of supplies are always awesome, especially at this time of year. As long as the people who gave them to you don't expect you to use your birthday supplies to make everybody's Christmas presents. Unless that's what you want to do. So I'm just making little scoop shape, and on the back side of that one it's just going to be a straight line because it's sort of curved down. And I'm going to take a little bit of that red into the green and make my dark. There we go. I'll make that side of the leaf dark. And then take a little bit brighter again. It's sort of a push and pull. You add, you take away. You add, you take away. And then a little bit of that yellow. Just to give it a little spark. Pull out for the veins. And then we'll put the red berries in, and that part will be done enough. Thank you, Mona. All right, so red berries. Red berries are just dots. Go in, do a dot. Try not to put your hand in the paint in the palette. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. So now I want that to dry a little bit. So I think we're going to go and get his face on. So time to put, whoops, I forgot to put the shadow that I'm going to put for his nose. I put the shadow under the nose to begin with. So then I don't have as much work because it's harder to put the shadow in afterwards. I mean, there will be some shadow going in afterwards, but it's easier to do that little bit darker area. And then I'm going across the top. Start putting the carrot in and just being careful about the blue so I don't make it into green. And then I think I forgot to put out a drop of orange. I only need a drop, so, you know, I think, let's see. We're just going to take it straight from the bottle, just like that. That's going to be plenty. And the orange is going to go on the bottom side of the nose of the carrot. Just like that. Easy. Couple little lines. It doesn't take a lot. And you don't have to fuss about it. You don't have to worry it too much. Now I just picked up a little bit more of that blue and white. I'm just sort of smushing it out just a little bit. Give his face a little bit more texture. Ooh, that's too much. Okay, I grabbed too much. Easy way to do that, though, is you just smush it around. See, just because I'm showing you how to do something doesn't mean I'm going to do it right every single time the first time. Sometimes you have to play with it and finesse things. Work it out a little bit. I'm going to take a tiny, 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 tiny touch of purple into some white. And that becomes that rosiness on his cheek without putting pink on him. Let's see, maybe a touch more. There. He's still cold. There. Oh, that's sweet. Let's see. Just looking to see. Yeah, I was just looking to see what people are doing and how things are going. So cute. Excellent. Excellent. So happy. All right. So now we're going to put buttons for his eyes. Even though they don't look like buttons, they actually look kind of like shiny eyes. I like his eyes. His eyes just make me happy. So what I'm going to do is go in with the green first. And I'm going to put a bigger button on this side. And they don't have to be perfect. And a smaller one on that side. The farther away side gets a smaller button. Just because perspectively, he's looking towards you, that eye is farther away from you, so it's smaller. All right, and then I'm going to grab some of the yellow, that goldy yellow. I really like that. That is the mango. Wipe the drips off the ferrule so they don't drip on your art. On one side, I'm putting sort of that highlight of the yellow. And letting it kind of mingle into that green. Yeah, it's looking good. And then we're going to just use that dark purple as for the pupil, since it's already almost a black. Even though I did get black out. Just taking a spot of that dark purple. So, do you guys like seeing me do this live, or would you rather have it as a video on demand where you can, just turn it on when you want to and you don't have to schedule your time? Or would you rather have a premiere where I could chat, I could be in the chat room with you and chat with you while it was going on? I mean, you can watch it video on demand after the show anyway. So, even though it's live, it will be up forever afterwards. I'm going to take a little bit of white. Now, you could dry this before putting the dots on. I'm living dangerously. And the carrot is just about dry, so I can go ahead and put highlight on his nose. Let's see if we can highlight. Oh yeah, we can highlight on the berries now. Yeah, time zones can be a bit tricky. Time zones can be a bit tricky. I'm going to go ahead and... This is the one on top, so I'm going to give it more of a highlight.
Love lives, love regulars.
Give it a little bit of texture out here on the ends, around the outside edge. Just giving him a little bit of some texture here, not being precious with it. I'm letting it sort of dry brush a little bit. The edge of the brim needs a bit.
Jan just says, I'm grateful just for all the artwork that you share. Yeah, it really is.
Ah. Well, thank you.
Serendipity soul.
Jan, serendipity, yeah. Thank you so much, Jan. I appreciate that. I like getting to share my artwork. However I share it, I know I have been changing a bit of the content on my channel lately, because after 2 years of pouring, I was getting a little bit bogged down in it coming out looking a lot the same, and I wanted to give you guys new things. So I wanted to go back to my first love, which is drawing and also painting. So it was time to head back to my first love. Besides my husband, who really wasn't my first love. Art was my first love. I know. Shocking. Like that. Oh my gosh. He is looking so cute. All right. Let's see. Is he dry? Ooh, he appears to be dry. I am taking a size S. It's going to be out of focus. A size S Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. It is waterproof black India ink. And then you can just go and do some little sketchies. Some little lines on his nose. Maybe a little outline around his eye. So there's a little bit of a shadow that his eye is in. Maybe a little outline on one edge of your leaf. We're going to give him his little mouth. And he's pretty much going to be done. So I like the little kind of crazy little mouth. Now maybe a little bit more shadow. I think that he needs a little bit more shadow underneath of the hat. He looks a little bit flat. So I want to push the side of his face back just a little bit. And that's just taking a bit more of the blue and white mixed together. Let's see. Yeah. And a touch of that purple. Because I don't want to lose all that pretty sort of soft cheek. There. He's a blushing snowman. He is. And then I'm going to take just a touch of that blue, the sapphire blue, and the white around his eyes. Make it look like the buttons got pushed in just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much. You don't want him to look like he's got a black eye. Or maybe you do. It's up to you. But I think he's kind of cute and shouldn't have any black eye. And now this is the point where you could keep on fiddling and adjusting. But I think I need to stop. Oh, I heard that. Yes, I do.
No, let's step away for a second and start up another one. And then if you said you wanted to, unless you're blending.
There we go. I was just blending. Just blending and putting that little shadow back under there. Okay. I have to rotate. Shadow of the hat and...
Oh, he's blushing because he sees nice princess.
There we go. All right, so this was the first one I was looking at. This is the one that we made during this nighttime, daytime. But you see how these paints work really well at covering. I was able to paint things on top of the black and not have it all go gray and muddy looking. Oh, Jan, that sounds like a really good idea. Doing pours and then embellishing it with snowmen. I like that. All right, so let's see. Into the book. Into the book. Now that I've got wet paint out, though, it's kind of hard to... Want to do something. What? Yeah. Do you guys... Okay, question. Do you guys want to see how to do something with colored pencil on the wood disc? So we can keep going with acrylic paint or we can go to colored pencil. So let me know. Do you want to see something with colored pencil? So
That's the sample there.
This is a sample. This was done on a disc that was painted white. We wouldn't be doing the snowman. We'll do a different design. But this was done on the background that was painted white. There's still enough texture from the wood coming through that the pencil just holds on really well. Then it was embellished with the black pen, and you would want to spray this with varnish after just to seal it because you might smudge the pencil. So that's something. Let me know. Pencils. Yes to the pencils. All right.
That'd be cool. Colored pencils.
Okay. Colored pencils. And do you guys want to do a cupcake? With a cherry on top? That sounds kind of fun to me. Or how about this? While we're waiting, I'm going to just grab a disc and some of that white paint and do a quick something that you can do that's really fast and easy. Paint the background black. Grab some white paint and a liner brush. Get it thinned down. And then, what?
Yeah.
What? I don't... No. Nope, not what you were thinking, Mark. And then you can just write on, and if you have a white paintbrush, a paint pen, this works really well. Just
So like on the back of your ornament?
just do whatever. Yeah, you could do this on the back of your ornaments. You could do it just on
The ornament itself?
as the ornament itself. You can put the year on the back of it. You could put people's names on. You know, just quick and easy little Little designs.
So it looks like color pencils.
Color pencils 1. All right. We're going to go with color pencil, but I'm going to really quick just put on a single holly leaf. This is one that's really nice when you are strapped for time and you need to get a bunch of something done, or you want to do these as gift tags on your packages and you want to put people's names. Works really nice. So there we go. All right. So, yep, we're going to do the pencils. I'm just going to, because I, decided I wanted to give you a really quickie one here. This is not going to take much time. We're going to put a couple berries. See, just because you don't have much time to do something doesn't mean you can't make it pretty and special. And I'm just using the little bit of red that went onto the white from the berries to highlight. Makes it kind of like a candy cane. And there. Now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to move this painting stuff out of the way because I don't want to knock into it. All right, set that over out of the way. So we've done 3 ornaments so far. Whew, look at that. And how long have we been on? Let's see, how long have we been on? Ooh, we've been on for a whole hour. I think the color pencil one is going to be our last ornament. So we want to make something special. Let's see, what do we want to do? Get the paint out of the way. I have a set of 72 colors, Arteza colored pencils. They are a soft core. They blend really nicely. They are not professional pencils. They don't have a light fast rating on them so much. They have their rating, which is a plus rating. So like 1+ is the best and 3+ is the worst, I think. I think that's the way it goes, and then 2+ are sort of your middle range. So the set that comes in the 72, if I touch my camera to zoom this out and give you a wider view, we'll end up with this crosshair thing in the middle of the screen. So I'm sort of trying to slide them along here and show you. But they're nice, bright colors, fun. And what I'm going to do is sort of set them in the tin like this. And I do have a pencil sharpener right here also. So let's see. First, what am I going to... Oh, see, this is what I was just, you can do any kind of little words and things like that. How about, would you guys like the little fox, the cupcake, or a cute little gnome? Too many ideas, too many suggestions. While you guys are thinking about that, fox, cupcake, or gnome? I'm going to take a sip of tea. Yeah, I haven't used my Arteza pencils that much yet, but I really like them. And I like the set. I like how big the set is and how versatile the colors can be. Gnome. All right, I see gnome, gnome, gnome. Okay, gnome it is.
Oh, you gave my choice now.
I did. All right, so show you here. I am going to be posting, as soon as I get it inked up, a little step-by-step on how to paint the gnome. And that will be on my Pinterest and on my website. Just as a little word. Yes, indeed, Miss. I have. Written it in Swedish, which is Merry Christmas, my friend. So I think maybe we'll do something along that line right there. And I'm just going to set this off to the side, though. Sorry, I keep knocking things down. Yeah, Mona, I think that the Good Yule Min Van is Merry Christmas, my friend. So,
Yes.
oh, good. Well, because this little guy is shaped more like a the Swedish type tomten gnomes. He's basically my little guy. I don't know. Other people's little ones are different, but he's basically like a stretched out chocolate kiss with the little curl on the top. And then you're going to be going across a little bit less than halfway down. Or you could go all the way down, halfway down. Then I'm putting his nose and starting down away from the hat a little bit, just off the side of his body, he's getting a curl one direction and then coming back in and curling in. He's so cute. He is so easy. And then I will put the words on after, and I'm going to write the words in with a pen. But to color him in really, really quick and easy first, I want to put some background in around him. So I am going to grab, let's just get the pencils out. We're going to grab a white, a couple blues, because I want to get some snow going on in the background, and a dark blue. They do have color names on here. You've got Mykonos blue, peacock blue, periwinkle, white quartz, and then I'm going to grab basil and pear and the magenta and peaches and cream. Do we want a little tree. It is easy, Donna. That's the really cool thing, is that when you draw something one line at a time and you allow it to just build up, it's easy. It works. You can do this. Anybody can do this. Just take your time. Practice on paper before you go to your wood disc. But remember, you can always paint this out if you don't like it and do it again. Or take a piece of sandpaper and sand it off and do it again. That's the really cool thing. And you also have the other side. You can use that. And if you wanted to, if you didn't think you could get whatever it was off the back and you flipped it over, you could glue it down or glue it back to back with another one and make a thicker one. So don't be timid about using the things you've got to make the art you want. And I think that's enough colors. I think that's enough. Well, maybe another green. Because I've got them, why not grab another green? So I grabbed the fern green. And I'm going to go ahead, because he's such a stylized little guy, I'm going to put right back here 2 little parallel lines. And we're going to basically do a little tree that's shaped just like him. So it's got the bottom. We're going to go up, kind of tip over, and come back down. And I'm not going to close off the bottom. I'm going to use snow to do that, or blue color. Snow. I'm coloring in snow. So there we go. All right, so snow color is going to go in with the blue. And basically what you're doing with that is you are putting in the shadows on that white. And to start off with, I don't push really hard because unlike paper, you don't have as much tooth. You've got a sharper tooth on the wood. It's not as even. So you are going to get some skips and texture because, as you can see from here, this wood does have some texture. Then I'm going to take the darker blue just right in around underneath of there and underneath of there. So now I've kind of decided my shadow is going to this side. So the highlights, lighter colors will be on my left hand and darker colors will be on my right hand. Figuring that out ahead of time will help you out in the long run. All right, so since we figured that out, now I know I want my lightest green in the middle and going to the left. And this is really a lot like just coloring in a coloring book. And if you're interested, I do have a coloring book, and it is available on Amazon, and it's available on Amazon UK for sure, because I've ordered it and given it to a couple people over on my design team. On Sherpa's design team that I'm a member of. So now I'm taking sort of a middle green next to that brighter green and putting it on both sides. There will be a tiny touch of the darkest green on the outside edge. It's giving him almost a striped look. The darkest green. Just work this in. And you can color straight on the unprepped wood also. You don't have to You don't have to do it on top of a color or on top of a paint. And in some respects, it is easier to color on top of the unpainted wood because you can mush your colors together a little bit more. I'm going to take a yellow. This is kind of the ivory. And I'm going to use it to blend my colors in the green tones here. I wouldn't use that down on the blue tones because it would turn my snow green. I would use white down on the snow. But you see how that's smoothing the color out some. Let's see. Oh, that's excellent, Jan. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, so anyway, the copy of my coloring book is down below. The link is down below in the more information. If you're interested, several people in chat are saying how they've already bought the coloring book and are giving it as gifts, or they're enjoying it themselves already. I appreciate that so much. It does make an awesome gift. I know what I'm giving a bunch of people this year. And Amazon does not give them to me. I have to pay for them and buy them also. So, you know. There we go. All right, and I'm going to pretty much, let's put this little tree in. This is sort of my lightest that I'm putting on the tree. Then we're going to go dark. I didn't choose a dark enough dark. Let's see. Let's go with jade. See if that's darker. That's darker. Jade is a lovely deep dark blue-green. There we go. But by coloring like this, it takes some of the stress out of getting your colors in the right places. See, now I'm putting shadows in under the beard. And then working the shadow down in so it transitions. Look at that. So fun. Yeah, that it's, you know, I get them, I can get my books for a little bit better price than what the direct sales price is. But yeah, I still have to pay for my books. Amazon still has to print them. So I mean, I don't begrudge them that actually. They still have to print the book. I'm going to go in and put this peaches and cream on his nose. And then, whoops, and then take that little bit of magenta on the top of his nose. And when Mark comes back, I'm going to ask him to get me my white pen that I think I left on my table out in the living room. All right, so now I'm going to take the, ooh, see what happens when I do the white on that snow? On the blue? It smooths it out. And it makes it look a little bit more painted on instead of just colored in. Thank you, Gail. Yeah, there's 50 designs in the book that I did all by hand. So I wanted to get it to a price that people could afford it for the holidays and for, I mean, the point of it is to reduce stress. So, it's not very stress reducing if you have to spend $20 for a coloring book. You don't color in it if you I find I don't color in my coloring books that cost me $20. But I do color in my coloring books. Although I haven't colored in this one yet. This particular copy. But this is what the cover looks like. I have colored that. So that's my coloring book. And I'm looking forward to playing. All right. So I think the sky needs a little bit of something. What do you think? I don't really want to do too much. Maybe a little bit of just sort of a creamish color in his beard for shadow. Not too much. Just about that much. Just to give him a little bit of shape to his beard. There we go. All right. So something in the sky. Because this is a gray, cloudy, he's in a whiteout. So maybe we don't need anything in the sky. Or maybe we can put just a tiny bit of a glow of a sun. A very pale sun in the sky. Just, just a little bit. So I'm not really interested in doing a whole See? Oh, wow. Yeah, that works. Just a bit of a sun in the sky, sort of coming through the winter clouds, but it hasn't broken through and given you any big sun rays. But that gives us a reason why his little shadow and light is on this side. Maybe we'll put a little bit of the cream there. And that one. And
That's what you got done today.
That's all of them I got done today.
Cool. And some of your other samples for ideas. You have any other samples?
I've already shown all of them.
Oh, the bell? Show the bell. Well, some people walked in, so maybe they didn't.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I did do a jingle bell as a sample, just using gray, black, and white, and I will pop that up as just a quick little, maybe a speed video, or maybe just a little peaceful bell with some holiday music or something playing. We'll see if anybody's interested. But right now, we have joy and a snowman and a wreath and a fun little gnome. Thank you guys so much. It is a little bit tricky on the wood. And you love how both the gnome hat and the tree bend the same way. Yeah, I was thinking that just made it sweet. It makes it a little more whimsical. Now remember, guys, that drawing and painting, one pencil line, one pen line, one brush stroke at a time. You don't have to commit to the full-blown detail with your first brush stroke. It builds. And it's okay to take your time to do those things. Yeah, we got 4 ornaments done in an hour and a half. I think that's pretty good considering that I was, developing the designs on the fly as it were. Remember, guys, to share this video with your friends, share your artwork with me, tag me at Deliberately Creative on Facebook and Instagram, share your things on Pinterest, share my video on Pinterest, all of the places. I really appreciate it. I appreciate my patrons who are helping to support my channel, and they know who they are right now. And there's special little there's special little treats, no tricks, over on my Patreon. Thank you guys. Remember, go out and do something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And I hope to see you back here again really soon. Bye-bye.